Okay, so we are recording this at midnight, and we are still trying to soak in what Sanju Samson did tonight. It was a match which was genuinely do or die. It was a match which could have defined Indian cricket for a while. This is India's format of choice. And imagine this, that India would have been going out at the Super 8 stage, losing to the West Indies. First things first, 195 is no mean score. 195 in a high-pressure virtual quarterfinal is as good as a 220 in any game. More so when you lose an Abhishek Sharma for 10 and thereafter an Ishan Kishan before the team score crosses 50. That's what it was about. The one word, the dreaded word, pressure. Sanju Samson and pressure are not the best bedfellows. We know Samson has extraordinary skill. He can play some sublime shots, but we also know Samson throws it away. For the longest time, he has been consistently inconsistent, and that is what has defined Sanju Samson's career. But today was a different story. Tonight was a different story. Sanju Samson literally came of age. And the 2 clicks by Devashish Sen, Sanju Samson on the ground, praying to God, thanking God, is what defines India's night. Let's pause for a second and understand and analyze that Sanju Samson innings. When Abhishek Sharma started the first over, it was 5 runs. India was sub 13 or so in 2 overs. And that's when Samson launched. He scored 1 boundary and 1 over boundary of the Akil Hossain 3rd over. And that's what made the difference. It was the injection that India needed. Thereafter, Abhishek Sharma gets out. Ishan Kishan comes in, and that little partnership between Sanju Samson and Ishan Kishan. When he holed out to Jason Holder, Shimron Hetmyer picking a good catch, Sanju Samson took it upon himself. Captain Surya Kumar Yadav got 18 of 16 odd balls. That means when you are chasing at 9.5, 10 and over, that's not really enough. But every time Samson got the strike, he played that lusty shot, that release shot, that controlled aggression. That was an innings of immense maturity. That was an innings of extraordinary class. That was an innings of extraordinary panache. And that's what defined Sanju Samson's night. You have to kind of divide that innings into 2 parts. Started out aggressive, knowing there is an Ishan Kishan, there is an Abhishek Sharma. Thereafter, when both of these players got out, he realized it had to be his night. Sanju Samson could not get out. The bottom line was that if he got out, India would be in dire trouble. When Surya Kumar Yadav got out 99 for 3, at that point in time, still 100 runs to go, West Indies was sniffing a chance. Sanju Samson yet again had to apply himself, and when he played that straight drive of Shamar Joseph, reminded me of Sachin Tendulkar against Brett Lee. It was a breathtaking shot. It was an outstanding shot. And that partnership between Tilak Verma and Sanju Samson, according to me, is what clinched the game for India. Go back for a second to the New Zealand series. In that New Zealand series, time and again, Sanju Samson was given opportunities at the top of the order. Time and again, Sanju Samson wasn't able to make the most of it. At the end of the 4th game, it was decided that Ishan Kishan would now take charge. Ishan Kishan would be the player who will take control at the top of the order with Abhishek Sharma, and Sanju Samson had to sit out. That was India's starting 11. No Sanju Samson, because he had not done the part against New Zealand. He had been pushed back in that order in the Asia Cup as well. If you remember, Shubman Gill was accommodated. And now Ishan Kishan and Abhishek Sharma, unfortunately for India, did not click. And when that happened, India needed to break the monotony, needed to break the kind of unidimensional approach at the top of the order. And the coaching staff, Gautam Gambhir and co., once again went to Sanju Samson. Yes, he played that Namibia game, got 22, but the real deal was that match against Zimbabwe. Before that, Pakistan got the wicket. Netherlands got the wicket. South Africa got the wicket every time India was 0 for 1. India was 1 for 1. But come Sanju Samson, that whole deal changed. Against Zimbabwe, The moment Sanju Samson was out there at the top of the order, Sikandar Raza could not bowl himself. Sikandar Raza turned to Richard Nargava and blessing Muzarabani. India was off. Sanju Samson was off. That 25 odd runs that he scored was good enough for India to inject momentum into that scoring rate. And thereafter, India scored 250. Samson got that confidence that he so desperately needed. Samson got the charge that he so desperately needed. And if that was just the trailer, Calcutta was the real deal. India was chasing 200 runs, folks, 200. Sanju Samson knew that he had to stay on and close the game. In my book, when you stay on and close a game, that's what it is all about. That is what matters. That's the real deal. That's what the story is. The maturity of Sanju Samson, the redefining of the art of Sanju Samson, the fact that he loaded over West Indies, the fact that he made it all happen for India, and now India is in a World Cup semi-final. As I speak, the team bus is leaving. There's the team bus behind me. The conch shells are blowing. Sanju Samson, and it's literally midnight as I record this video. That's the Indian team bus. And believe me, for a second when I think that India could have lost that game, India could have been out of the World Cup in the Super 8 stage, I literally shudder. Imagine what the country would have come to. What would have happened to Surya Kumar Yadav? What would have happened to a Gautam Gambhir? What would have happened to that coaching staff? What would have happened to Abhishek Sharma? What would have happened to Ishan Kishan? Social media, which breathes poison, the kind of vitriol we would have seen was unthinkable. And that's where that Samson magic, that innings of a lifetime. I think of a Sachin Tendulkar 98 against Pakistan in Centurion. I think of an 80 plus by Virat Kohli. I think of that Virat Kohli T20 knock of the generation against Pakistan at the MCG. And I also think of Sanju Samson. This Samson innings is comparable to anything. It is actually comparable to any good knock that you can possibly talk about. Last couple of minutes on this particular broadcast, on this show, what will happen against England? When I look at that England side, Jos Buttler has not been in any kind of form in this World Cup. Phil Salt, yes, one game, but after that, multiple failures. England, Harry Brook has played one outstanding knock, but other than that, even Harry Brook has been patchy. So when I take a look at England, I give India a massive chance. A massive, massive chance in Mumbai is what I will have to say. India goes in with momentum. Samson goes in with momentum. Surya Kumar Yadav on home turf. Hardik Pandya on home turf. A World Cup final on the line, ladies and gentlemen. I give India an opportunity. When I take a look at that England attack, yes, Jofra. But other than that, a Jamie Overton, a Sam Curran, Will Jacks's off spin, Rehan Ahmed's leg spin, and Adil Rashid. I don't think India will worry that much about this England attack. And India v England, I give India 70-30 edge. In fact, I would say that South Africa and New Zealand are the two teams India would have been wary about. And there you go, Mr. Samson. Sanju Samson will go into Mumbai knowing he can make this World Cup his own. He has played the knock of a lifetime. He has given India a new lifeline. He has given his fans a new song to sing. He has given Gautam Gambhir an extension that Gautam will forever remember. He has made his coaching stint, or rather saved his coaching stint from being reduced to a disaster. So as I soak it in, as I soak that innings in, 97 not out, there are certain 90s which are better than 100. Sanju Samson's 97 not out in Calcutta at the Eden Gardens against the West Indies in a virtual quarter-final is better than 100, ladies and gentlemen. So Sanju Samson has turned it around. India is in the semi-final. 2 more days. That's what we are talking about for Surya Kumar Yadav and Gautam Gambhir. You beat England in Mumbai, you have to go to Ahmedabad for that night. 2 matches away from defending the title, from doing the unthinkable, from winning the World Cup on home soil. 3 days back, 4 days back, India did not have control over its own fate. Thereafter, South Africa did what it did against the West Indies. India beat Zimbabwe. Now India has beaten West Indies. We have control. We control our destiny. The tryst with destiny will happen in Mumbai. That story, Act 1 scene, will unfold 3 days from now. And Sanju Samson, I'm sure, will be there. For the moment, it's all about Samson and that sublime innings. Thanks for watching.